I received the interest. They wanted to have a meeting with me. I had just had my daughter, and my son had been very, very sick. And we were renting a house in LA, and we had our house in Georgia. And I was like going almost completely broke. And we were about to wrap up the house in LA to move back to Georgia because we couldn't afford it. And I was just like, I was desperate for work.
Yeah.
I was supporting the family because my husband he was touring with Katy Perry, and he had quit that job because it would have taken him away from home for like the first year of our daughter's life. And it was just like, no. So I needed a job. They sent me the first few scripts and said they want to have a meeting with you, but they're also planning to offer it to you. Like, here's the offer. And I think I can't remember if they wanted me to read or not. And I said, no, I'm not reading because I don't know, the cojones I had at the time. I was just like, I'm not going to read. No. And then, they're like, well, we just have a meeting. I was like, no, I won't do any of that. I know.
What was it that made you say no?
I don't know. Because I was looking for something more edgy. I like to do things that are a little bit more complex and edgy, philosophically interesting. And I just wasn't looking for this kind of work at the time. But of course, at the same time, I needed a job. And I read the scripts and I was like, this is really sweet. I can definitely play this part. And so anyway, I got them to just like make an offer by being unattainable, which is a dirty game to play. Not that I was trying to play a game, but I was just like...
It's a game of chicken.
I was like, this is what it is. So so they offered me the part, and I told a girlfriend about it, and she was like, oh, this is going to be huge. And I was like, really, you think? She's like, yeah. It's a best-selling book. Like, it sold over some odd million copies of the book, or I can't remember what it was off the top of my head, but she's like, this is going to be a huge hit. I was like, okay, whatever. I was like, whatever, it's going to be a one and done. I'm going to go out there, do one season, 10 episodes, and, it'll end up in the Netflix graveyard, as many, many shows do.
As my show did. Yes, there you go.
There was just there was so much of that on Netflix at the time that you would just like scroll through and see all these shows that they had done. And I was like, what even is this?